So hi and welcome to D&D. Sorry, I'm just going to move you over slightly because I have a visitor, as you can see. So, as you can plainly see, we are back at home. We landed yesterday morning. Jet lag is currently being nice to us. Yesterday we were beyond exhausted. Anyway, there's a reason you see me now. So, one of our days was to Volcano Bay. And although it is a beautiful, beautiful place, and amazing for photographs, and some of the interactions like the volcano, we actually went in, you will see the footage of what I took, but obviously we've been in quite a lot of pain. I didn't film a lot there on that particular day, but there's also another reason. While we were at Volcano Bay, and this is not an exaggeration, I almost drowned. Now I would say I am a very strong swimmer. I have been for a long time. I enjoy swimming. Long story short, we were in the wave pool. It was very calm, and I lost my footing near the shallows. For some bizarre reason, I couldn't get myself back over onto my back to try and breathe properly, so I ended up swallowing 3/4 of the wave pool. But what made the incident worse was no more than 5 feet away from me was a lifeguard in the water. They were walking up and down, just paying attention, I guess, to what was going on, but they must have just missed the beach whale that was drowning. And if it hadn't been for Deanne pulling me out of the water, I potentially would have drowned. She just managed to hoist me up to get my feet back on the ground. Now, although we found it funny afterwards, I actually didn't find it funny at that moment. I panicked. Now, as I've said before, I am a strong swimmer, and I know that if you lie on your back, you will float without a problem if you do it right. And I just panicked and couldn't do anything about it. Now, although I'd have been extremely embarrassed if the lifeguard would have had to have saved me, I still was a bit like, why hasn't she just come to check I was okay? Anyway, so that was the first kind of issue with Volcano Bay. So the second issue with Volcano Bay was the lockers. Now, although I don't mind paying for a locker, and I don't, what I begrudge paying for is a family-sized locker that barely fits a backpack in it. We struggled to get both my backpack and Deanne's small handbag in there, and it cost us $25. Now, should I complain about it? Probably not. My stuff's safe. But as a family, if you had more than one child with a backpack, you're in trouble. You're going to end up with multiple lockers. Now, each locker is connected to the tapu, which is just another nightmare in its own right. The tapu is great, especially if you want to do the water rides, which incidentally, after the drowning incident, Lisa did not want to do the rides anymore. Lisa didn't even want to attempt to do the rides, and there was a few of them that I wasn't going anywhere near due to the fact that they weigh you at the start of the ride when you've climbed your backside all the way up the ladders or steps to be told that you can't ride it. And I'm sorry, but there should be a place in Volcano Bay for bigger people that is private, where they can weigh you and say, right, you can ride this, 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 and this. In my personal opinion. Because I'm sorry, being stood at the top of a tower, standing on a set of scales, being told, I'm sorry, miss, or ma'am, you're too heavy to ride this, is absolutely 100% not my idea of fun. So, Volcano Bay is beautiful. It's full of sand. And when you've got wet feet, that doesn't exactly go to plan. It's beautiful. It's very photogenic. There is some great interactions. The wave pool, although I tried to drown in it, was really good. The lazy river, I couldn't get my fat butt on one of the rings, but that's my problem, not anybody else's. It later turned out that if I'd have gone to one of the guys at the start, they might have helped me onto one, but that's fine. And then you've got the lazy river on crack, and you need a life vest for that, and I completely understand why. I will never, ever, 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 ever again go on that ride. It's not a ride, it's a lazy river on crack. It's a fast lazy river where you have to have a life vest. I was watching people lying down on the backs, floating around. I was watching people quite happily going around, and I'm panicking because I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm being dragged away, and that's exactly how it felt. So before you run off, Paul, I'm just doing an update on Volcano Bay.
Okay.
So obviously I filled him in. Paul is here. There he is.
Hey guys.
So what are your thoughts on Volcano Bay? Seeing that you're not really a swimmer anyway, are you? You can swim and you are quite a strong swimmer. You just find you don't enjoy it, do you?
Hate it.
But why did you hate it? What was the reason?
Everything from start to finish. The going in, the getting ready, the lockers, just everything. It was just not. So in my head, with the condition I have, everything needs to be in like some type of order. None of it was in order in my head. Now to everyone else, it's probably fine, but to me, I just hated it.
Okay, let me ask you this question before you run off. What did you think of the tapu tapu? How much did both you and Ryan struggle with that tapu tapu?
I wanted to just stamp on it. I'll be honest. I wanted to put it on the floor and stamp on it because I couldn't connect it to my wrist.
Okay, so what we found with the tapu tapu is it has two little clips. When you put it around your wrist, it clips the first time. Then you have to have a little elastic band which keeps it in place. Feed that through and click the second one in. And even I struggled with that. It took me and Deanne to do mine. Ryan and Paul eventually got theirs on their own because we just left them be. It was easier.
It's a joke.
Would you go back to Volcano Bay?
No chance. No, never.
So I tried to be a bit more positive than Paul. Now I understand that Paul is quite with his PTSD. Volcano Bay wasn't for Paul. The fact that he's not really, he can swim and he's a very strong swimmer. Swimming is not his ideal thing. He'd rather sit there at the side of the pool and have a laugh and a joke, talk to us while we're swimming around. But as you can plainly see, Paul did not like Volcano Bay at all, and it really annoyed him. I think more than anything that just trying to get everything in order in his mind just didn't work, because although you can follow the path round, Paul went as far as the lazy river and back because he just couldn't seem to stack things in his brain, and as somebody with PTSD it has to kind of work for him. Obviously the tapu tapu just set it all off. Then the locker problem. Paul wasn't there when I accidentally tried to drown myself, which I didn't try to drown myself, I just lost my footing. So to be fair to Paul, I know that he wouldn't go back. Having had a conversation with Ryan and Deanne, they've both said they wouldn't go back. Things like coming out of the water straight onto sand. There wasn't a single bed, a single sun lounger off sand. So, but it was quite hard sand to the point where I actually was left with little red marks on my feet, you know, where it scratched my feet, which I expect that from sand, but this sand was like very coarse sand. So although there are quite a few negatives from us about Volcano Bay, taking pictures there were incredible. The interaction both me and Deanne, which you're gonna see with the volcano, was absolutely spectacular. So stick around, although we have had negatives, and I'm very sorry if you really like it, but it is our personal opinion. Please stick around and see the rest of the video. Bye for now.
Just in case it wasn't bright enough, that's very smart of you. How are you two?
Very well, thank you.
Good, where are you from?
The UK?
The UK?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I know that one, the tropical island of the UK.
I wish it was.
It's not tropical?
No.
No? Are you sure?
Positive.
I hear it has a lot in common with Volcano Bay, as it is hard to keep either place dry.
That's the one.
So, that basically makes it a tropical island.
Oh, alright then.
As you can tell, I don't get out much. Oh, sorry, I should introduce myself. I'm Vol. I'm the spirit of Volcano.
Nice to meet you.
I will roll over applause.
Way.
Thank you. Okay. The water spirit will help too. They do a great standing ovation.
Woo! This.
Meeting me.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, I agree. I am very impressive. Anything on your tackles? Anything you're going to go to next?
We've not got anything planned yet. Just a very chilled day today.
Which one?
Just a chilled out day. No water rides.
Okay. I get you. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Looking hard to dry. Really feel like our house. It's really what I'm here for, you know.
Yep.
Definitely
Well, we're going to leave you be. Have a good day.